Hello and welcome to the Toonami Squad podcast sessions. How's it going, everybody? I am your host, Eric Casey, also known as eRockstar5 on Twitter.
God damn it.
Not even 5 seconds.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we've done worse.
I tried. I really tried.
Just continue.
Say something.
God damn.
You know, someone else can jump in the fray.
I'm JMB, aka The Boss, founder of Toonami Squad. You can find me on Twitter at JMB_70056.
I'm Sam. I'm one of the writers for Toonami Squad.
I'm Silver. I make thumbs.
And I'm Phantom. I just do whatever they tell me to do.
He's our slave. Just
That's
jump
not
in.
true. If you did that, part 2 of Retro Look Back would be out by now.
Ooh.
Precisely.
Oh, that's oh my fucking god!
Damn.
I kid. Come on.
Oh my fucking god! Savagery!
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist, Phantom. I'm sorry.
No, that was funny. That was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, you know we love you.
Silver's never gonna let him live this down.
I'm just surprised Silver didn't say it, but anyway.
He's still half
I'm gonna
asleep.
post mine. You know me as Brian Morian on YouTube, where I upload gameplay vids and Toonami promos.
No, actually, that's what makes it funnier, though. Eric.
Anyway, so with that,
I think that was like our first actual functioning intro.
Somewhat.
an intro that is engulfed in flames from the burn that just happened, but okay.
No, just leave that in there.
I probably am. But anyway, so with that, welcome to episode 18, I believe. I believe this is episode
Correct.
18.
18.
You would be correct.
I do not keep count, so
Yeah, I know, but still, want
It
to
is
be
18.
authentic as much as we can. But yes, welcome to episode 18. Today we're going to be talking about a big smorgasbord of Samurai Jack to start off the show. And then we'll talk about Viz Media's release of Bleach and Hunter x Hunter on Blu-ray. Ghost in the Shell making its return once again. And another prediction / rumor mill around the Countdown premiere event thing happening next month. Basically the next Total Immersion event that is happening on Toonami. So with that, let's dive right into it. Let's talk about, guys, how was the Samurai Jack movie marathon thing?
it was
For
awesome.
those of you who wait,
Wait, marathon? I thought it was a premiere event.
Premiere, movie, marathon, whatever you want to call it.
It was the first 3 episodes.
marathon and movie are two different things.
Marathon, I guess. Marathon through the first 3 episodes.
No, you have to make it more important. The theatrical premiere movie event.
Very good, Silver.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Samurai Jack theatrical premiere of the first 3 episodes.
Came out Monday, October 16th.
Came out Monday, October. What was it? What was the date?
16th.
October 16th. Ooh.
For one day.
For one night. Okay, I'm done. How was it?
It was actually really good. Well,
I want more.
my thing is like when I went in to see it. I went to see it with a friend of mine, and we had a good time going in there and watching it again. But I noticed like there were points where like the Blu-ray remaster, because this is what they were showing. It looked like it went in and out of like HD back to SD.
Yeah.
So I'm not the only one who thought that.
Yeah, I saw that a lot happen, but
Yeah.
we'll get into like what I think of like the Blu-rays because I recently got those, but I can at least say that my worries about what the Blu-rays will look like are completely gone. But for the premiere movie itself, I think it's fine. It's still Samurai Jack. It's still really good.
So the quality bounced around between
Yeah.
and HD. Huh.
I would like to think like they did as much as they could. Like I said, I have the Blu-rays, which we'll get into, but I think they did as much as they could to restore it, because I gotta imagine like the Samurai Jack first 3 episodes, like season 1 in general, it was just starting off, and I'm sure like Cartoon Network really didn't give it like a huge budget.
Yeah, that's understandable. In terms of,
But it sounds really good.
Yeah, I mean it looks good. It definitely.
It looked great in HD. Then somehow it felt like it went back to SD.
So
Yeah,
that happened for everything then.
Throughout the entire training montage, it felt like it wasn't SD anymore. Then
I didn't see that with the training montage. I saw that with like maybe a few scenes, like where Jack is in the some scenes in the future where he's in that bar. Like there were some scenes in that where I felt like it went back and forth between HD and SD.
I thought it was earlier in the first episode.
There were some scenes in the first episode that I think had that. I'm trying
Definitely
to remember where.
noticed. I think it was when after Jack rescued the Emperor, his father.
Yeah, I think I saw that as well. And then,
then
of course, in like
End of
episode
episode 3.
3, like when the Beetle bots were like coming in, like you saw some SD footage intertwined with like the remastered footage. So it's jarring, but it wasn't like terrible, because the Blu-ray, what was restored looked great. It looked like a great remaster.
yeah.
Would you say it's better than the Ghost in the Shell Blu-ray for standalone complex?
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
I
Still never
mean,
heard back from them.
a lot of Blu-rays are better
I
than.
don't know, guys. I have dub titles on mine.
I still never heard back from them. I'm thinking about contacting them again about that.
Don't contact those jerks.
I would, because
I
they
would.
owe
It's
people
on
a
'em.
fucking apology.
Yeah.
Now I have to ask, how many people did you see while you were there at the theater?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah. Well, how
I think
big?
there were like
attendance
18
wise?
people at the theater.
How
where I
many?
was at. 18. And all of them were like my age.
I would say about 20 people. And I guess some parents took their kids because I guess they saw it originally.
Oh, that's cool. That's
It's
cute.
actually really cool. I didn't see any like kids and adults. It was like all teenagers or like
But it was a good.
I use the term teenagers lightly. You know, adults. You know,
But I-
people who are still in college.
But I think for the most part, it's pretty much everybody in my age.
Yeah, same here. I just
Especially-
remember like when the whole thing was over with, we all just started like clapping. When it was
Really,
over.
nobody clapped.
We all did. Like it was a great time watching it again, and then we saw the whole afterwards with Gendy talking about his history of Samurai Jack and what he thought of it and everything moving forward.
I want my Monday back. I just want to go back and see it again.
Back to the past.
I kind of regret not being able to go and see it.
Same.
I almost went to see the Tokyo Ghoul movie, which was premiering the same day.
Ooh.
I'm curious how that went.
The Tokyo Ghoul
How that went.
safe place.
You know, I could probably look that up. But you know, our favorite show, you know.
Oh fuck! I forgot to. We can cut this out, by the way. Do you want to talk about Tokyo Ghoul?
No.
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 Okay.
All night.
I'm good. I'm just mentioning it. I'm
Okay.
just mentioning it because, you know, it did come out on the same day.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
This theater also had Tokyo Ghoul where I went.
Mhm.
What? I actually took a peek into the movie theater.
Was there anybody there?
There was one guy.
Nice.
Hey,
That's what I was hoping.
hey, what pissed me off was my theater had the Tokyo Ghoul movie, but it didn't have the Samurai Jack event.
That sucks.
That pissed me off.
Problem of quality assurance. Though.
And my theater usually has everything, but it's gonna have the Tokyo Ghoul movie, but not Samurai Jack. Like, what the hell?
In my case, there were people watching Samurai Jack. My problem is there was only 5 people
What theater did you end up going to?
in Evanston.
Hmm.
I'm just kind of curious how AMC, or not AMC, but the Studio Ghibli movies being re-released in theaters. I wonder how many people are going to that.
A lot.
A lot of people. Like last year I went to 3 Miyazaki films, and all 3 of them were they were packed to the brim. Like the complete theater filled up.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they basically play them every year, because just constant people continue going back to see them. It's amazing.
Because I missed out on a few along with Cagliostro.
Yeah, I saw Spirited Away, Mononoke, and
I need to see Mononoke.
yeah,
I have Mononoke on Blu-ray.
Mononoke. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think I saw those 2 last year. I know for a fact I saw those 2, and
Yeah, boss.
the theater was filled to the brim. It was crazy.
I've seen.
But back to Samurai Jack. What was some of the things that Gendy talked about in like the special message at the beginning or whatever?
Oh, you're gonna have
pretty
to buy
much the origins of the series.
Mhm.
I think it's just pretty much stuff that we already knew.
Okay.
He talked about like the legacy. Like he kind of talked about like, okay, when Samurai Jack first came on, it really never really went anywhere, and he always kind of talked about like, well, maybe it was one of those shows that needed to find its footing and its audience. And then when Adult Swim premiered it, he was really taken back by how well it did. It did very well in ratings from what he said, and he was very happy that it found its audience.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of also talks about
10 years to find it.
I think he also talks about like what he wants. He doesn't like go into full detail about it, but like what to do afterwards. He kind of goes a little briefly into that. It's like everything must end, but he does talk about like, okay, well, Jack's over with. I want to do more currently, and you know that's fine. You know, whatever he ends up doing, he ends up doing.
What do you mean by more? Does he want to do like more in the Samurai Jack universe?
He has said that right now Samurai Jack is over with, and he is not interested in going back.
Okay, I can respect that. So I'm assuming he wants to do more, as in like more cartoons. I assume.
Yeah, he wants to do. He wants to do something brand new. At least wants to do more interesting things, and
Maybe a Toonami exclusive.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. We don't know what's happening.
Did he talk about like the revival for season 5 and all that? Like, was he surprised on the fan outcry and the fact that there was so much?
I did bring that up a bit. He talked about like when it was revived. It really took him by surprise that how popular Samurai Jack became throughout the years. Because when he originally started it on Cartoon Network, it really wasn't that big of a show. It was sort of like that small niche thing. And it was like, oh, we made 4 seasons. Okay, whatever.
Cool.
And then when years passed, and he decided he wanted Samurai Jack to be made to continue Samurai Jack. Sorry, my words have been twisted.
It's okay. Take your time.
He wanted to continue Samurai Jack. He was very surprised at how big it was, and the legacy that he, when it premiered on Adult Swim, it got really high numbers. Directly from what he said, it got really high numbers when it premiered, and the network was really happy with it, and he was very surprised and happy with how it turned out.
I'm hoping that they would post it online, or maybe it's on the. I haven't
gotten to like all the like special features on the Blu-ray yet, so it might be on the Blu-ray set.
Probably.
Maybe
That-
season 5 will have it. You never know. Maybe it's just an exclusive message.
Maybe.
I certainly
Yeah.
hope so. At some point,
Adult,
I would want to see that.
I
Adult
really
Swim-
wish they recorded it.
online. I say you never know. Adult Swim might post it online.
Yeah, you never know.
Probably.
Also, Phantom. I think that would have been technically considered piracy. If you would've
Yeah.
done
I was very close to doing it, but I'm like, no, maybe they'll put it online.
Well, again, it's most likely on the DVDs. I would assume something like that. Especially, I assume there's some kind of like look back on the history of Samurai Jack on season 5, especially with the huge gap in between and all that.
Yeah,
Um,
a retro like look back about Samurai Jack.
it.
yeah.
Unlike a Toonami one that was never finished.
There we go. So
Oh God, we're just fucking burning people left and right here, aren't we?
Sorry,
I need to get my fucking burn heal.
Well, I guess does anybody want to does anybody have any finishing thoughts regarding to the regarding to the movie premiere, other than us who didn't see it and totally regret it?
No,
that
Fathom
I-
Events need to put more Samurai Jack on theaters.
I would love to see season 5 in theaters.
I would watch that.
Even
Like
better.
make it like a
I think I would too.
like
Saw the commercial for the soundtrack. Dear
Just-
God, the
Just all the episodes back to back to back to back to back right
they
through.
could,
I
they
would
could
watch
probably do that actually, like a 4-hour movie. Have like an
Yeah.
intermission.
Yeah.
Like, I'd pay
Yeah.
for that. I'd pay
Fathom
for that to
Events.
watch it on like the biggest screen possible. That would look
And
beautiful.
they need swag.
Showcase, Fathom, Adult Swim, get on that shit.
Oh, and we need posters.
Posters. I'm sure you can find some online.
Or at least some free shit.
He was mad because they didn't give off any goodies at the event.
I just want free Samurai Jack shit.
You're not gonna get something at a local theater. Like, that's something that you get at like Comic-Con or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
not every
Or it's like some kind of special event that like one of the local theaters that Gendy and the creators go to for the premiere or whatever. That's the only time. It wouldn't happen at like a local theater unless
if it's like Pokemon, then
yeah, Pokemon or like back in the day Yu-Gi-Oh when they gave out like the free movie tie-in Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever.
they actually did that with the recent movie.
Actually,
Yeah.
you just reminded me of something. Actually, hold on. You just made me remember something. Actually, they did show the first 3 episodes of Samurai Jack in the theater. Yeah, that was the first Samurai Jack event, right before it premiered on Toonami.
Oh yeah, season 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
showed the
right.
first 3.
Mm-hmm.
entire season in theaters.
I know.
Yeah, we're talking about the entire season, all 10
I
episodes,
know.
back to back to
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Point is, Cartoon
Yeah.
Network, get on that shit because people will pay to see that. I guarantee it.
Yes.
Right.
I would pay to see that.
Oh yeah.
I would pay for it. I'll pay for it 2 times over.
I paid $20, and I
Hey, I paid like about $80 to see half of the Star Wars movies in Awaken, so I'm willing to do it. How about you?
Don't give anyone any idea.
Well, anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
I think that pretty much sums up the Samurai Jack movie, and with that, we'll go into the Samurai Jack Blu-ray complete collection. I unfortunately am still waiting for mine. Mine's still in the, I guess it's still in the truck or whatever. Mine's not coming in until next week, but Sam got a copy of it ahead of time. So
That's
Yeah.
checked up.
What is
Earlier
your-
than I expected. When I tried making it like I have Amazon Prime, so I wanted it to do like 1-day shipping, but I couldn't change it when it was pre-ordering. But for some reason, Amazon just changed to 1 day.
yes, when you have Prime, I noticed that your stuff does show up sometimes a little bit earlier than you expect, which is nice.
So I got it the day it was released, which was awesome. I didn't expect that at all. And I was super excited when I got it because, okay, first off, I will write a review on this because I think there's a lot to say here. But first off, let me compliment the beautiful box art because that is just awesome. It's actually really good. I guess you could call it cardboard. I don't know what type of box they used, but it's just beautiful to look at, and it's very sturdy.
Oh, that's good. I was gonna say because it looked like a one of those typical paper ones that could like fold and easily.
Oh no, it is not. That is not paper at all. Like
okay,
it is. It's basically like a cardboard box almost.
okay.
Like, I don't know what to call it specifically. I don't know like the specific terminology of what it's called, but it's got a nice feel to it. It feels like a premium product in the palm of my hands, and it really all you have to do is just remove the top off of it, and you're given like all of the Blu-rays and a metal print, along with, which just took me by surprise too, a digital download code for all 5 seasons on HD.
Ooh.
You mean?
Awesome.
Yes.
So it's Blu-ray and digital copies.
Yeah.
You bitch.
Okay.
And I really have to give compliments also here to the Blu-ray discs themselves and the Blu-ray packaging along with that. Is that the cover art for them look nice. They're a little bit too simplistic for my liking, but they're still beautiful to look at. I guess in some ways I've kind of wish that they had a reversible cover, because I do want to see like the Samurai Jack logo and some kind of like something behind it.
Okay, so it's just black in the background behind it.
I haven't really fully checked, so I'm pretty sure it's white. So I'm pretty sure all it is just one facing.
Okay, so the front is Aku's face and the back is just.
Well, I'm more talking about the Blu-ray discs and boxes that come in the Blu-rays.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. The actual DVD box. Okay.
Yeah.
Box
The actual Blu-ray disc box, whatever you want to call it.
Gotcha.
The Blu-ray case.
So I guess we can assume an unboxing from Eric then.
Sure.
Yes. When I get it next week, I will find time to shoot a little unboxing just to go through everything.
I guess Sam already opened his, so I guess I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work currently because apparently people are speculating that Vudu doesn't have all seasons currently, so you can't use the download code yet, which I think is
jacked up.
Really fair.
Damn it, Phantom! You know Sam's gonna kick your ass tonight.
Dang it, Bobby.
God dang it, Bobby.
I'll tell you what,
Messing up
baby.
my
That
recording,
boy-
Bobby.
I should shoot you with the caster gun for that terrible joke.
Well,
technically,
that was
that's my
actually-
joke that he stole, so...
Yeah, he stole that from Sam, so you just offended Sam.
Well, I offended
I'm not
myself.
offended at all, so...
No,
But-
I just offended myself for stealing the joke.
Also, a funny thing about that too is that I also got like a digital download code for the Jim Carrey Grinch movie. Which I have no fucking clue why. But I mean, I'll use it. Like, fuck it, it's a free movie.
Okay.
Several questions. First off, why? Second, out of all possible movies on the planet, why that?
I don't know. It just came
Well, you could have got a worse movie.
I mean, they do play it every year. Maybe someone snuck in the
This is a live action Grinch movie?
Yeah, why not? I don't know.
I feel like Chuck Jones one every year.
I have a question regarding the special feature since I haven't gotten it yet.
Okay.
How extensive would you say the special effects are? Is it like typical like 2 or 3 minutes, or is for like each season is there like a pretty decent extensive length of the behind the scenes even in the beginning season, I would say?
Here's a disappointing aspect of it is that the special features that you get are very limited. So
Okay.
what you have for the special features of Samurai Jack is seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They
Mhm.
all have special features, but seasons 1 through 4 have remained intact. So you still get the original commentary alongside behind the scenes footage, which By the way, the behind-the-scenes footage has not been touched up. It is still in SD compared to the rest of the collection, which is all in HD.
I would have expected that, honestly.
I feel like they could have at least did some touch-up on it.
Rarely do I buy a quote-unquote old movie and the special features have been remastered.
Yeah. Same.
I guess so.
I have rarely seen that.
Fair enough.
But there's not really a whole lot else to it. Like, you get a couple exclusives for season 5 behind the scenes, but for the rest, all of them have remained intact. They're still the same. Nothing's changed in that department.
I don't know if this has been answered already, but did it come with the soundtrack?
The soundtrack is
Okay,
separate.
I didn't think so. Thought so.
Gotta make them money.
But I will say this: the Blu-ray quality compared to the premiere movie, from what I saw, looks incredible. Like, I showed the opening sequence for Samurai Jack on my Twitter, and the opening looks great. The episodes in general look amazing in Blu-ray. On Blu-ray, they look great. They look crisp. The colors really do shine a lot more on the Blu-rays than they did on the old Warner Brother DVD releases.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Can't wait to get mine in the mail.
Yeah, it's really, the quality of them is superb. I really like them so far. I'm currently watching season 2 right now.
Is that everything that we want to mention about the Blu-ray box?
I guess I can talk a little bit about like the metal art that came with it, which, you know, it's just basically the little painting of Aku and Jack standing off, which is really cool. It's actually it's really metal, so you don't have to be worried about it breaking easily. It's really good. It's really solid. It's a premium product. I highly recommend it if you have the money to spend for that.
Okay, I guess with that, this conclude. Any final thoughts? Anybody else, or is that pretty much it? Besides, I want it.
This is where we end the podcast right now. That's it for the podcast, everyone. We're done today.
Damn, shut your face. Actually, I think actually, it's funny that you mentioned Warner Brothers, actually, because I want to mention something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to talk about, since we're talking about remasters and Blu-rays and all that, do you guys want to talk about Batman the Animated Series finally getting remastered on Blu-ray?
We can discuss it like shortly if you guys want.
Yes.
Silver's fanboy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look it up right now, but
it should be coming out sometime in 2018. That's all we know about it.
Right, but essentially next year, Batman the Animated Series, the DC classic, is finally getting remastered on Blu-ray for I believe the Batman 25th anniversary.
Oh,
it's about fucking time.
Nice.
Wait to see that intro in Studio HD.
I fucking know.
I will buy that. I shouldn't.
Yeah, no.
I will.
As soon as pre-orders go up, I'm pre-ordering that shit.
It'll probably go faster than the NES.
I just wanted to I just wanted to mention it because I just think it's a Toonami classic and all that. But on top of that, I think it's been so long overdue.
Yeah, I agree. I am not really a fan of Warner Brothers DVD releases because, fair and to the point, I'm just going to come out and say it. Warner Brothers, you have like the worst DVD quality out of anyone.
You just don't care.
You're not wrong.
Like with their live action movies, they're fine, but with their animation, it is just absolute garbage.
On Blu-rays, they'll put some effort, but on for animation, they just don't care.
Yeah, they really don't. Unless that show made them a ton of fucking money, they just don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, I have to admit that is something that the more recent DC movies tend to suffer from. Like even some of the Bruce Timm produced ones. Like the latest one, the Batman and Harley Quinn. There were a couple parts where I was like, the animation looks kind of funny here.
It is also a direct-to-DVD movie that has probably not really a budget.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
I've noticed that is what I'm saying.
I saw the Batman and Harley movie, and I could. It was a drop in animation budget. The art was fine.
In some aspects, yes, but in other, I wouldn't say it's like a complete downgrade, but I do agree to an extent that like the animation quality, like it's pretty sad when even the SD Batman the Animated Series animation looks better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Batman the Animated Series on DVD myself.
Yeah, I really hope that if the Batman the Animated Series does really well, I discussed this with my friend.
I hope it ties into I hope that if the animated series Blu-rays do well, I hope it ties into Beyond Batman Beyond and Justice League and Superman.
Oh yeah, Justice League. I would really love it for Teen Titans. I would love it for Static Shock.
Yep.
No, they'll probably put that for
I will
Teen Titans.
pay you money.
Yeah, but I want
Teen Titans as well. Seasons 1 through 5.
Yeah, all those DC animated shows from the 90s, they got to remaster them on Blu-ray. It's you just have to get it done, DC. Just what are you doing just wasting your time doing not doing that? Do it.
No, they're wasting time with Teen Titans Go, the movie.
I will say this, is that the Blu-rays will probably look amazing because the studios that were licensed to do the animation for some of them, one of them was Sunrise. And I'm really hoping they just do a full-out remaster of everything.
Yeah.
And it just looks like Outlaw Star level of gorgeous.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. 100%. I mean, I would say if it's anything like the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker Blu-ray, I'd be happy with that. The quality on there is really good, and I still need to get Mask of the Phantasm on Blu-ray.
I hear that looks phenomenal on Blu-ray.
I've seen clips. It does. I just want to hold off on going crazy over it until I actually experience it for myself.
Yeah.
But better late than never, I always say. But it's about time. With that, I guess we'll continue on. We have more Blu-ray talk regarding what else we got here. We got the
season 5 soundtrack of Samurai Jack.
Yep, which is out now.
On iTunes.
Well, that's it for the podcast.
Sorry, I'm going to sleep. Good night.
You're on a podcast.
Did we lose Eric?
No, I'm still here.
Crap. I didn't hear you. Thought you dropped out or something.
Hey, you said you wanted to fix the sound problem. This is what happens when you fix it.
We just stopped talking. Perfect.
We're doing a new approach to the podcast. We're just gonna say the topics out loud, and then we're not even gonna discuss it. We're just gonna say the topics and then just stop. Please comment below on your feedback on the new direction of the podcast.
and send us your money.
Okay, let's start the test. Samurai Jack soundtrack.
Give us money.
Gosh dang it, Bobby.
Phantom, the joke is you're not supposed to talk, dumbass. Well, anyway, getting back on topic, the Samurai Jack soundtrack, it's out now on iTunes, I believe, and I believe it'll be out on other music devices and app stores in coming weeks, I would say.
No,
Only
it should be out
22
now. It should be out now since it's midnight.
Okay, so it should be out now.
Should be out now. I guess.
All right.
Breaking news, once again, Samurai Jack soundtrack is out everywhere.
Yay.
Except for Spotify.
I would really like a physical copy because I don't.
Never on Spotify to begin with.
Go to your local Best Buy or Target or whatever. I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the long lost CD and record aisle. Oh wait, record.
You mean right next to the album?
Hey, come on. One of those at least still exists, I think.
On eBay.
Yeah. Well, probably both of those exist on eBay, but anyway.
Speaking of the soundtrack, everyone should check out Silver's sick ass promo.
Yeah, it's.
It put Adult Swim's promotion to shame.
Yeah, it says a lot
Yep.
when I actually thought that was an official promo from Adult Swim. I was like, oh, that's so nice of them to actually link us that. And I'm like, oh, Silver made that.
Sam, Adult Swim, conglomerates
Sam.
like that. They don't provide links in their promos. Come on.
They don't treat us that nice.
we have to do somewhat of the heavy, or in this case, all of the heavy lifting.
But thanks for the compliment.
Yeah,
corporations don't like
watch that.
heavy
It's on the
lifting.
Squad YouTube channel.
Our first ever produced Toonami promo.
So check it out on our YouTube channel, ToonamiSquad.youtube.com. And I think that pretty much wraps up the soundtrack. Any final thoughts on that?
I will listen to it after this podcast is over.
Same
Okay,
here.
then.
It's only like 22 tracks.
Agreed.
Buy it, so maybe they'll be convinced to release the rest of the soundtrack.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I would buy that over.
Do it, Adult Swim.
My money, my wallet. It's weightless. There's nothing in it.
Trust me, I've probably spent a very unhealthy amount of money this year just on Samurai Jack.
Adult Swim has probably made a fortune of everyone this month between the Toonami box and all the Samurai Jack stuff going on.
Well, they didn't sell me on the Toonami box, but they did sell me on Samurai Jack.
I want them to at least release the soundtrack for season 1 so that I can get the music that I used on the trailer
Yeah.
for the soundtrack.
Yes.
That's from season 1.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want that track. I
Steam.
Well, how did you get the track to use it? I mean, you have to have it if you use it in the
You
promo.
can get rid of like sound.
There might be like one that's like 30 seconds, or someone's just like a repeat of like one of the.
Well, actually, like some people can actually mute the foreground sound of the voice acting and sound effects
Yeah.
with like just the
Okay.
music through third-party software. So that's probably how they got like a rip of that song.
Yeah.
That's probably how they got for like the Catacombs, I believe, for
Right.
season 5.
Yeah.
I got it from episode 2 when they were doing a recap of what happened in episode 1. But I'm pretty sure there has to be a longer version of the song. I just
Yeah,
want
never know.
Get on that
Well,
Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. You know.
to get
You
on
know.
whoever owns the soundtrack.
Well, there you go. You have your demands from Silver. Get that shit done.
Do it.
And I guess with that concludes the Samurai Jack soundtrack topic.
Yes.
The next one is the Samurai Jack Season 5 Marathon second run.
Yeah, so
Our
this
thoughts on
Halloween, Toonami's giving people a second chance to watch season 5 of Samurai Jack.
Yay!
In
Wouldn't
case,
it be, wait,
in
wouldn't it be
case
the
somehow
third
you
one?
missed it when it was premiering and rerunning.
And it is, I believe,
And we're running
replacing.
again.
Yeah.
And I believe it's replacing Attack on Titan. I
No.
assume.
No, that's
No.
Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell.
What was that?
Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, which we'll get to, is
Mhm.
replacing Titan, which premieres
Okay.
this Saturday.
Right.
Ghost in
So next Saturday night, the following Saturday night next Saturday night is their Halloween marathon, quote unquote Halloween marathon.
Right.
So they decided,
October.
hey, well, Samurai Jack, I don't know the whole method behind it. I just think that they wanted to do something nice because the Blu-rays were coming out and the season 5 soundtrack. It was like, it's pre-show for them to air.
So Samurai Jack is playing. The Samurai Jack Marathon's playing next week
Yeah.
for the Halloween marathon of Toonami's broadcast, right?
Yes.
Yes, alternate
Okay.
episodes.
I
Yeah.
think that honestly, I think that kind of makes sense though too. Even though it's Halloween, because there was some pretty horrific, like scenery and stuff in season 5 that I think kind of fits in Halloween. If you kind of want to loosely allude it to like Halloween, I think it kind of makes sense. You know,
like putting a naked child into hot. It's not horrible.
okay, Silver.
Yeah.
Wasn't exactly thinking that, but okay.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Wow.
So I have to ask, what are people's thoughts on this?
I have no problem with it. I'm not too surprised that they're going to do it.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll
in
probably
the
watch
past, I have my opinions on the marathons. I feel like they happen too frequently, but I understand why they're there, and I get it. Believe me, I get it.
I think it is
but-
the fact that they're marathon Samurai Jack again.
Yeah, but this one, I think this one makes a little bit more sense, especially regarding to the fact that the movie came out this past week and the DVDs
Right.
came out. It makes
Right.
more sense
And
rather
soundtrack.
than it just we're re-airing a bunch of episodes for people to catch up and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I just want to say though too, regarding the marathons, I feel like that should be the approach of the marathons going forward. Like there has to be, I would be more accepting to the marathons if they had like some kind of logic. I'm not saying that they don't have logic behind it, where it's just a simple we're repeating to catch people up. You don't really need to do that. I feel like if there's something that ties into it and it makes sense for like a special thing that's coming up or whatever, I feel like the marathon makes more sense in that regard. So, but I'm happy that Jack is doing another run through for people who haven't got to see it. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Season 5 is awesome. And if you haven't seen the entire show, after you watch it, go buy the DVD, because the original show, we got it back for a season 5 for a reason. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with them re-airing season 5 again. Like,
You kind of got caught off throughout most of that last part.
I don't mind another Samurai Jack marathon.
Yeah.
No, from
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
from Eric, kind of caught off through basically most of.
Okay, well, basically what I said was I don't mind marathons. I just kind of wish they had more of like a tie-in to what's happening. So like since Samurai Jack, the Blu-ray box set collection and the movie premiere and everything, with all that happening this past week, a marathon of Samurai Jack season 5 makes more sense on the block when they do their annual holiday marathon for the broadcast. If they basically, what I'm saying is when they have like some kind of like tie-in with that, so that the marathon kind of relates to something that's happening outside of Toonami a little bit, I'd be more accepting to that. I think that's a better marketing strategy, and it just makes more sense for the marathons instead of just repeating episodes that people have seen already. You know what I mean? So that's basically what I'm getting out of the marathon. And also, I'm happy that Jack is back for Halloween.
I guess we'll move on to our next one.
Yeah.
Wait. I have a little side note. Little side note regarding the marathon. The night of Samurai Jack marathon, there will not be a new English dubbed episode of Dragon Ball Super, just like with all marathons. People act so surprised when there's not a new episode. When
People
they
act
notice
surprised when there's fucking marathons in general. Like, this is a new thing. Like, fuck.
What?
Who are you back in, like,
Marathons?
2015?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Dragon Ball
dare?
Super?
Yeah. How dare
So
they?
yeah, what's it?
How dare Toonami take a night off and not premiere shows on the
dare
night people are not going to be at
American
home?
How dare American animation takes over the night instead of my Japanese cartoons?
I mean, they re-aired the original Moltar rerun bumper, and they remade it with Tom. I mean, how many times, you know, a broadcast cartoon block is going to have marathons, you know? Like, you know, like I said, I have my fair share with I have my gripes with the marathons, but I understand.
I always consider marathons just a night off for me. You know, it's like, okay, I don't need to like watch this because it's unless it's a show I really want to rewatch again.
Mm-hmm.
I have no real interest in rewatching the same show again.
And if I'm being honest,
I'm gonna watch.
If I'm being honest, I consider when Toonami does marathons, I consider it a night off for Toonami Squad because there's usually not much news to report.
Not really. Unless they like drop a bombshell and be like, "Oh yeah, here's our brand new show."
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be.
Yeah, something like
and
that.
Super promo, which will probably be the same super promo.
Yeah, it'll probably be the same super promo, so it won't be that different.
Mm-hmm. But even with that
or music video.
Even with that said, though, with the marathons and all, like people getting pissed off at it and everything. I get it.
Just
Believe me,
grow up.
I get it. But the thing is, you're in your power. You can watch it. You don't have to watch it.
Or that
I know you.
nobody's pointing.
Yeah, I know you constantly hear from Adult Swim and even us here on the podcast constantly that, watch Toonami, watch Toonami, watch Toonami. Well, the thing is, again, you don't have to. If there's something that you don't want to watch, then don't watch it. Because that's, for now, like, Toonami isn't at the point where not watching it's going to kill its existence, but it's going to show the Toonami team that, these isn't what the people want, because ultimately, no matter what decision they make, their decision is based solely on whatever brings in the ratings. And, basically marathons are like a safe bet, a safe haven that they could just throw on. They don't have to pay any extra money or anything, go crazy with the bumpers and stuff. It's basically a budgetary, cutback.
Well, I mean, look, like, if we're talking about like the originals that they own the property to, like Samurai Jack, Big O, Fooly Cooly, they could probably rerun. They could take that out of like their vault anytime to do a marathon for the anime that they have the license to for the premieres. I believe they have to pay a small fee to rerun them again.
Mm-hmm. But it's not as significant as
it's not like
the normal broadcast.
It's not like getting it as a premiere or anything. It's like a small fee to rerun these episodes in succession again and again.
Right. It's just the point. The point that I'm making is that the decisions that they make, whether it be a marathon or not, it's based solely on ratings. And if you guys don't want ratings, don't watch. If you want ratings? Continue.
Well, the reason.
That's
the reason.
That's all I'm saying. The best part, it's totally up to you.
The whole reason that they do marathons on those nights that they do them is because viewership's not going to be that high to begin with.
Yeah, I can't really say how Halloween did when Toonami did premieres that night, but if they saw that there was a dip in viewership, then fine, let them continue doing marathons on Halloween, quote unquote Halloween. It's not like a major holiday or anything, but I understand people are going to be out binge drinking with friends or whatever.
Yeah.
And actually, I wonder what they're going to do for November 4th with that extra hour.
I don't know. I believe Children Who Chase Lost Voices was last year, and they announced that really fast. Like, I believe when they announced like their Gundam Iron Blooded Orphan marathon, it was just like, oh yeah, here, by the way, we were premiering this movie. I don't know if they'll do anything this year.
I don't think so.
Just don't put Children of Lost Voices again, please.
Come on,
They have to
Silver.
do
That was
something.
like the funniest Motoko Shinkai movie I've ever watched. Usually, I just find them uninteresting and
Also
boring.
First,
That was a Miyazaki ripoff.
it's amazing how much Ghibli.
Yeah, it was straight off. It was basically everything Studio Ghibli.
Also, that'd be the one night return of the 6-hour challenge.
If they do anything special, we don't know. We'll
I'm
see.
sure they are.
We never know. Maybe they're content with just having it be 5 hours long and having Adult Swim take over for whatever.
Well, I mean, the extra hour happens in the middle of Toonami's block.
That's true. But you never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm sure we'll find out. Either,
Or
I'm sure we'll find out.
Space Dandy Hour.
If only. I still need to get that actually.
We'll probably
Space
find out
Dandy.
sometime. We'll probably find out sometime next week.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Probably.
I got nothing else.
Okay.
So that does it for the Samurai Jack thoughts. We pretty much loaded this entire first half of the podcast with Samurai Jack, and then the second half is just all anime and a video game.
And speaking of that, basically goes right into it. Viz Media is releasing a new set number 3, if I recall correctly, for Bleach and Hunter x Hunter.
Yes.
Get your wallets out and spend more money, folks.
I believe the Hunter x Hunter one already released, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bleach
Yeah,
one's
I
probably
believe-
coming out soon.
The 24th.
October?
We have the press releases up on the site.
I obviously have not read it.
Well, anyway, get ready to beat the hell out of your wallet one more time.
One more time.
I may think about getting Hunter x Hunter since I'm so behind on that, but I'll probably save my money.
Yeah, I personally, Hunter x Hunter is a good show, but for me, it's not that type of show that I'm gonna get the whole thing. Basically, for like those shows for me are like One Piece and Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, and I'm just waiting for them to finish all the English stuff to those, and then releasing. Basically, I'm just waiting for those shows to end so I can get the inevitable super ultra multi collector's edition of everything at some point.
Let's see how many sets.
Hopefully just one.
No.
But then again, One Piece, I don't know if you could fit all that in one collector's edition.
You probably could, and they could charge you like $700 and some for it.
Yeah.
But let's be real here.
I hope that would be the
probably
price.
Still be
But
going on, and we'll all be dead when it finally ends.
hopefully not.
No.
I'll be old man.
Yeah, hopefully not.
No. By the time we're dead, Oda's son will keep doing the manga, and then when he
It would
dies,
just be like a head in a jar, and it would just be giving directions.
like
The never-ending journey.
die, he just passes on the torch.
Oh God.
Son, it is now your turn.
It is now your turn to continue my legacy. Finish One Piece. You must have the Straw Hats find it.
Never finish it. I know.
By the way,
Like the
tell that guy who made Naruto, eat a dick.
as for Hunter x Hunter, the manga, no more hiatuses. End it already.
He's probably. You want to know something funny? Is that the more he takes hiatuses, the more people are gonna buy his fucking manga.
So
Yeah.
true.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that he definitely knows. He definitely does.
Yeah, he comes back saying that he's feeling better. Then conveniently, after enough chapters for a volume, he goes back into a hiatus. We know what
Never-ending cycle.
we know what you're doing.
I don't want to know.
But yeah, to fans, good luck with the manga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting that to ever be. Same with One Piece, but for different reasons.
Fair enough.
Press release, by the way, you folks. It's also on the site. Check out ToonamiSquad.com if you haven't done so already to check out the press release and any other anime and Toonami news related. Selling out. Complete.
I wish we were getting paid for selling out, because fuck, I'll take fucking money.
I could take an extra paycheck.
Viz Media, sponsor us.
Ironic.
Wait, we get paychecks?
Actually, if they paid me, I would use part of that money to buy said set.
Viz, I will
It's like
buy
you're getting
manga,
your money
and I will
back.
promote
Viz.
said
You really
manga.
do that.
Yeah.
Actually,
pay us. So
I'd rather use that money to either get a laptop or donate it to Herky Release.
they will give us free anime to review. You just have to review it.
okay.
Or I take Viz's paycheck and I send it over to DC for that anime series Blu-ray. Whoops. That wasn't part of the contract. Too bad.
This media is always liking our for them when we post them on Twitter. They always like them.
But yeah. So there's your press release.
Yeah.
I would say that pretty much sums it up. Wouldn't you
If you're a
agree?
fan of
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter and Bleach anime, go for it. Buy them.
Support it.
Support the official release.
Mm-hmm. Especially Bleach. considering that Bleach has gotten so fucked over the years.
Mm,
Yeah.
Criticisms aside.
So,
Yeah.
Sad.
So,
Out of the big three, Bleach is the one show that at least has had consistent art and animation.
mm,
For the most
yeah. For the most part, yeah.
yeah.
to the other.
Too bad, like the pacing at a certain point turns to shit. But
Pacing.
Too much filler.
Yeah, but
it doesn't even compare to like Naruto's filler. 500 episodes of Naruto Shippuden, and 73% of that is filler.
Yeah.
yeah,
I know, right?
Especially during that final fucking arc, the war arc. Jesus Christ,
Damn
that
it,
war
carry
arc.
out. What the fuck?
the sad part is there was a time where a whole year went by and there was only 8 episodes that used content from the manga.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The rest of the entire year was filler.
I don't want to spoil some of the fillers, but fucking it gets crazy in some parts.
And I think Toonami's currently on like a filler arc that's gonna last quite a while.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. One of those fillers has a particular robotic character of one of the main characters who I will not spoil, but I'm sure people that have watched it know what I'm talking about.
Yamcha.
They no one cares. It's filler. It's stupid filler, actually.
Well, I disagree. There's stupid filler, and then there's Naruto filler. Okay, Silver, come on, bro.
But no, I'm talking about that specific filler.
Oh, you mean Naruto filler?
The one with the robots. Specifically that stupid filler. Because I'm gonna be real here. There's at least a few good filler. But it's so little. It's like a golden nugget inside a mountain of shit.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I would have to say, yeah.
I
I would agree with that.
I will not spoil the plot, but there is a filler arc known as basically Power, and it's pretty much a movie within the anime, and it's actually decent. Dare I say, almost good.
Oh my goodness, good filler? What treachery is this?
But that's
It's a trap.
I think it's about 6 episodes.
Anybody watch the Naruto Shippuden movies?
I
Yeah.
watched it. I think I watched all of them.
I don't think I've seen any of the Shippuden movies, honestly.
It's on, some of them
I
are
haven't
on
watched-
Netflix.
I've seen a couple of the original Naruto movies,
Same.
but none of the Shippuden ones. I watched Boruto recently. Oh no, I lied actually. I watched I think it's I watched the Naruto the final movie,
The last.
Yeah.
the last movie, whatever. That
So
one.
yeah, last
Hey,
movie.
hey.
Ha ha ha. Funny
Yeah.
guys.
That one and another one which I think is the filler that I think is what you're talking about, Silver. I think.
I will not say the plot because then it will be spoilers.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I've seen
I'll mention it. Does anybody here in the panel or the squad panel care if I type in a potential spoiler-ish?
No.
Okay.
I've seen actually I think I've seen most of the Shippuden movies. I don't recommend the first 2 because the first 2 just follow the same formula as literally the rest of the original Naruto movies.
Yeah, so I saw all the movies, but
The princess.
I put in the chat, by the way, Silver. Is that the one that you're talking about?
Yeah, there's like a few good golden nuggets of filler. The problem is that you dig deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to dig deep into that mountain of shit.
Yeah.
You gotta get your shovel and start digging.
As for the Naruto Shippuden movies, I would say, like, oh my god, a non-main character gets development.
Yeah.
The world will implode.
Yeah, I have to say the Naruto final movie was
The laugh.
pretty well done. I have to say, I felt it makes you feel emotional. It
Yeah.
really does. And I was surprised about it. When I watched it, I was getting the feels pretty hardcore when I watched it. I got lucky because I just finished Naruto. I just caught up to Naruto recently, Shippuden. I just finished it subbed, and then I went to the movies, and then I went to Boruto. And I have to say,
I'm
like,
almost finished it.
from the final movie going into Boruto and even into the Boruto movie, just I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm just going to say it's pretty freaking great from the final movie in going into Boruto. Even though I have my criticisms, like Boruto, such a stupid name, but it's worked. It's grown on me, but it's still a stupid name. But
It's supposed to be bold.
I know it's still stupid.
Yeah.
But with
Yeah,
that said,
I like Boruto.
with that said, though, the final movie, and even a little bit, even before that, you know, like leading up from the war and everything, like it ends on a pretty good high note, transitioning into Boruto, and it does a really good job of doing that. I think it's a good time, really good.
Is it
I have to say.
worth all the filler?
Yeah. If they took away a lot of the I don't know, like, yeah. No, I agree.
There's some
there are
like
500
arcs and Shippuden
episodes.
towards like the end where they're just not that great.
Yeah.
Naruto's one of those shows where it's better to wait until it finishes and then
Binge through it.
The problem
Yeah.
is Naruto is so freaking long that it took how many years for the normal story to finish?
Yeah.
It started in like 1999 and ended in 2014. Maybe
Yeah.
earlier than that.
Yeah. And that's not including
So I have a-
Boruto, which is basically continuing it. So
Yeah.
technically it's still alive. Technically.
Yeah.
Question.
Answer.
So, to watch the Boruto movie before you watch the series?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
It's
not.
actually I'll put it like this. You know how Dragon Ball Super has Battle of Gods and Resurrection F? Where it's basically like a movie adaptation of like certain arcs? I believe that Boruto, the movie, is a movie adaptation of one of the later arcs that the show hasn't reached yet. So we're eventually going to hit
Okay,
that
so
point. And I have to say,
okay.
it's fucking great.
Let's talk about an anime that's premiering on Toonami this Saturday.
Yes, let's.
It's not really a premiere, but Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Second
Yeah.
Gig is making its return to the block
Whoop, whoop. For
after
the 50 millionth time. And I
it's
don't
been
mean
off the
that
block
negatively.
for about a good few years, so it makes sense.
I
And
don't
they're
mean
doing
it in
it
a
in
negative way.
HD.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
it
definitely.
could have been worse. It could have been worse. They could have just re-aired Google.
Let's just never speak of that ever again.
Yeah. Those
Yeah,
words, re-air and Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, don't say those words. But no, I'm happy that Ghost in the Shell is making a comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't complain.
No.
And I think it's kind of cool having it kind of like the mix of like classic. They kind of have like this classic Toonami, classic
Yeah.
action Adult Swim. Like with Lupin kind of leading that charge of
Yeah.
like classic Adult Swim, classic Toonami, hour and a half or whatever. I don't know. I think it's a good pickup again. I'm glad Ghost in the
Yeah,
Shell's
me too.
back.
Why am
Those are my
echoing?
thoughts.
Yeah.
I didn't hear an echo. Those are my thoughts on Ghost in the Shell. What do you guys think?
I'm fine with it. I don't
I'm
care.
fine with it.
It's on late at night anyway, so it's a rerun. It's fine. It's not obtrusive.
I'll never be able to watch it because it's so late. So
You don't have DVR. You also love it.
keep watching.
DVR.
Phantom, if you're still awake, what do you think of Ghost in the Shell making a comeback?
It's great. I love it.
Whoop whoop. Anything to add to that,
Red
or are
is
you?
like, fuck you.
I don't think we really have much to say. It's a rerun.
Pretty much.
It's coming back onto the block. It's in HD for the first time. It's probably the best thing that you're gonna get to like the
Yeah,
Blu-ray quality, since the Blu-rays are still shit.
yeah.
I have to say though,
Yeah, I'm gonna-
I'm gonna
Contact them.
laugh if the same problems that the Blu-ray had
Yeah, it's just the Blu-ray tapes
during the
brought
broadcast.
over.
Well,
No,
that'd be interesting because that'll be Toonami will be showing a subtitled anime.
Yeah.
On
no.
case subtitle.
The problem would be the subtitles wouldn't be programmed in, but it's still the same audio problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be funny. That should be like an April Fool's joke they do.
But still,
Yeah.
those. In all seriousness, though, those guys that made the Blu-ray DVDs need to get that shit squared away, and we're gonna keep
Yeah.
harping on it.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't wish bad on any company, but Anchor
No,
Bay,
same,
I hope you guys lose that license and it goes to like a better company who will handle that better.
Yeah, when you fuck up, you shouldn't you shouldn't be allowed to just stay silent and wait for everything to blow over, because I guarantee that's what's happening right now. That's why they've stayed silent and kind of ignored it and promoted other things. And it's like you still have this shit, waving in the wind that you still need to take care of, and you still haven't done it yet. It's pathetic. It's still pathetic.
Yeah.
Until you get that squared away, my opinion is not going to change. It is pathetic. It's disingenuous. Treat your customers with respect. Otherwise, they're not going to send you money. Come on, guys. Anyway,
Send it to Funimation. Heck, they remastered Outlaw Star. They could do the same thing with Ghost in the Shell.
yeah, but they have to get the rights to it first.
They have to get the rights to it. But with Outlaw Star, like they didn't really remaster it. That was from Sunrise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was either like a partnership, or basically they either had to work out the distribution, I believe distribution license, or distribution rights, or they work out a deal together. And it seems like this company isn't willing to do neither of those things. So yeah, basically they're saying fuck you, people who like Ghost in the Shell.
I feel like that's really rude to the people who actually purchased those pieces of shit Blu-rays.
Yeah.
I am not one of them, by the way. I just feel like it's just bad business to be like this.
They should just give it to Discotech Media.
Second that.
Do you really want to be the EA of the anime industry? Come on, guys. You don't want to be the EA of the anime industry.
Like I said, I don't wish bad on any company. But I just
Yeah, but when they do something stupid, they deserve to be called out, in my opinion, anyway.
I agree with that.
At first, they said they was going to release a digital version of it, and then they changed their mind and made it retract that statement, and then ever since then, they really haven't said shit about it.
Yeah, this has been going on since March,
Whatever.
January. Oh my god,
Yeah, it's been like half a
Wow.
year.
it's been almost a year. If they don't respond by any time soon, then I just assume they fucking forgot, or people are still on their asses about it and they're not going to do anything.
No, they're just under a rock.
They're just twiddling their thumbs, just be like,
I swear,
not a problem.
I guarantee they're just waiting for the storm to blow over, and then they'll start really promoting it a little bit more, because people forget over time.
That's true, but here's the fun thing. An elephant never forgets, and neither do anime fans. They will not
And
purchase
also-
it. And
Speaking of
those
that-
Blu-ray sales will do terrible.
Yep.
It's true
So I
though.
guess anime fans are part elephants.
Hey, not only have they been ignoring the fans, but they also been ignoring right stuff because they never respond back to right stuff either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They went silent on right stuff.
So keep ignoring. See how that works
Yeah.
out for you business wise.
But,
Yeah, if you basically
podcast, once we get done with the podcast, I'm gonna send them the email.
Okay.
No.
Well, anyway. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, goes to the show. To my knowledge, there hasn't been any more new information regarding the new Ghost in the Shell project.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know
that's
if
right.
anybody- But
I haven't heard anything about
Yeah,
that
same.
since the last interview with Maki Terashima.
yeah,
Shameless plug.
Which we got. Shameless plug.
In 3D.
No, 3D sucks. Yeah, nothing really.
all right.
Sure, we'll hear something soon, most
Yeah,
likely.
maybe.
But quite on the Ghost in the Shell new series front.
Yeah,
As of
we're
right now, they're probably still making it.
and I guess in terms of like Toonami originals past Fooly Cooly, we haven't heard anything, so maybe we'll get news on that soon.
I would think maybe a trailer during the holiday season.
Possibly teaser, maybe.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll talk about Countdown.
Yeah, review.
We're not doing the predictions for the Total Immersion event.
I would
Yeah,
say let's
yeah.
do that. Let's do the countdown predictions.
Everybody dies.
Sorry.
So
Everyone died. Toonami's over, guys. Look, Tom's dead. Sarah's dead. It's all over. There's no absolution. There's no vindication.
well,
There were people. There were people thinking it was a sequel to Lockdown, but Jason confirmed on his XFM that it's not a sequel to Lockdown.
Yeah,
Okay,
and it's gonna
So
be
it's a movie related to that.
four. It's gonna be 4 episodes long and be about the same length as Intruder 3.
Three.
I was at 2.
Yeah.
yeah.
A thing will happen which will cause a thing which will do a thing.
But what thing will do that thing, Silver?
The thing within the thing.
Oh, I get you. So you're saying the thing will happen to this thing, which will in turn cause this thing to happen.
Exactly.
Oh my fucking god.
Thing.
Fuck are you talking about?
explain.
We're just fucking around.
I know.
But what about the
That's
other
quite an
thing?
interesting thing that you're talking about.
I have no clue what may happen. If I were to guess, either Vindication explodes and they get a new ship and call it the Absolution, or Tom 5 dies.
Absolution mark
I
4 or
don't-
something.
I don't think Tom 5 is going to die. I think
He might get some kind of upgrade or something.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling that a lot of the things that people were mentioning that was kind of like, basically like a lot of the predictions from like Intruder 3 are going to happen in this countdown immersion event, like maybe a new Tom and Sarah design.
I don't know about
ship,
that.
possibly.
I'm gonna be really honest. I don't mind Sarah's current design. Like, I really like it. Really, at this point, just keep it like that.
I don't. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind that. But I don't like a lot of. I think Tom's gonna get a new body. Sarah maybe. I don't think the Vindication's gonna get blown up though. I think they're gonna keep the Vindication. I think maybe parts of it will get blown up, so it kind of turns into like a little bit of like a Absolution look-alike, kind of, sorta. But I think the Vindication's still gonna get around because that thing, blowing up that thing is gonna take some heavy duty shit. to
There's
be
the,
fair.
there's the
And don't forget
worm,
about the baby worm.
Georgia.
Yeah.
the Clydes,
Yeah, Georgia.
and the Clydes. Don't forget about
Well,
those.
speaking of the worm, maybe the worm possibly goes basically goes crazy. Like it starts like growing bigger, kind of like that episode of Teen Titans actually with the worm, where it starts eating and growing enormously, and it starts going on a rampage, and then
you mean Silky?
Yeah, Silky.
The
the Silky the worm that Starfire befriends. Maybe the worm goes crazy, eats a good portion of Tom's body, and then he gets a new body, and he has to make a decision of either taking down the worm and killing it, or somehow calming it down, or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Going with the lockdown mindset. I'm not sure though.
We shall see.
Personally, I kind of hope they kind of create like a new villain, maybe something similar to like the virus or
from Trapped in
Lockdown.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
They did tease something
What did they tease?
in the trailer from Comic-Con. They teased something.
Looking like a robot thing or something. People thought it might be something to lockdown.
Mm-hmm. What can you describe what they teased?
Kind of like a robot.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like the robot. It kind of did look like the robot from Lockdown a little bit.
Okay.
It was a little bit different.
Okay. So maybe the virus does make a return. Who knows?
We'll see.
That's trapped in hyperspace. You thinking of?
Yeah, trapped in hyperspace. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
And Jason.
Yeah.
Jason DeMarco said it's not a sequel to that.
Okay. But could be the same villain though. Who knows? Or a new villain similar to it. I don't know.
It's a wait and see thing.
Yes, it's a way to see because we don't know. Because this is probably, I think this is the first total immersion event in this current incarnation of Toonami where we have no clue what this will be about. Like with it, Tritter 2 and 3, we could have like a good understanding of what was going to happen.
Yeah, I agree with that. You can kind of,
But this, I have no clue. I don't have much predictions on it.
Agreed.
Yeah, there's all we have is that like the actual countdown in this Comic-Con trailer that none of us, I don't know if any of you guys saw, but I haven't seen it.
It's just a teaser.
I think I saw on Facebook when they live streamed a bit of it.
Okay.
They actually posted the trailer on the Facebook.
Oh, really? I gotta look that up later then.
Yeah. I've been meaning to post it on our YouTube and stuff, but I keep forgetting.
So, anything else, or does that pretty much conclude it?
Yeah.
The review.
Yeah, so recently I posted up a review for Metroid Samus Returns on the Squad site. It's a spoiler alert. First off, it's a fun game, very challenging, and I recommend it. If you want my full thoughts, you can go on to ToonamiSquad.com and read it.
Anything else, or is that it?
That should be it. I mean, there's not really much to say. I mean, it's Metroid.
And here's Sam's review, by the way, on the website.
Thank you for the thumb, by the way, Silver.
I'm still waiting for my Toonami straight thumbs.
I think he's asleep.
Probably.
I'm silver and I look pretty.
Not yet. All right. Well, I would say that pretty much wraps up this episode of the Toonami Squad podcast sessions. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm your host, Eric Casey, also known as eRockstar5 on Twitter. The guy who's most likely sleeping is Silver Absolution 2.
And he looks pretty.
I am Jay, the boss, founder of Toonami Squad. You can find me on Twitter at JMV_0056.
Or Princess Vegeta.
I'm Sam. I'm one of the writers. Toonami Squad.
Oh,
I'm gonna get you, Eric.
We should just like rename this like episode to just like roast season podcast.
I'm Phantom. Find me on Twitter at Phantomstar64, who apparently is getting roasted today. Starting next week, I'm gonna have a streaming schedule next week. It's a three streams a week schedule.
Will that actually happen?
Yeah.
Gundam, you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm Gundam Barbatos9 on Twitter. You know me as Brian Morin on YouTube, where I upload gameplay vids and Toonami promos.
And with that, this concludes this episode of the Toonami Squad podcast sessions. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Adios, folks.
Fuck.
Later.
Oh my god.